I was in around Sedona from May 4th to June 7th.
May 4th to
Are you
June
hearing me
7th.
at all?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
do hear you. It's starting to work. I've already pushed live. We'll just give it a shot and see what happens and see if the ancestors will help us align here in the crowd.
Yeah, I've asked all my guys to be here.
Well, let's move forth. I think let's give it a couple of minutes, and I don't know if you want to maybe walk around a little bit. Maybe we'll get a better signal. Maybe.
Oh, okay, yeah, I could do that. Yeah, my
Yeah, I
ass
think
is
that's
really sore.
okay. All right.
Yeah,
We got all the
I'm
time in the
sitting on a
world.
roof.
We're good. There's no rush. I mean, we're already live, and I'll just keep the party going while we figure this shit out.
Oh,
I saw somebody refer to you as Jungle John.
yeah, yeah, that's me. Jungle John since '84. It started out with a lunch wagon called Jungle John's Juices and Snacks. I made the name up, but I kept it also because I'm always in the jungle now, like 2 to 4 times a week.
All right.
Yeah, I'm in the forest now.
Yeah, the signal's better where you're at now. If you want to get.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, your video's frozen a little bit, but that's okay because we can still see your beautiful face and hear your beautiful voice. Oh, there you go. That's real clear right there.
Oh.
Are you sitting?
Yeah, I'm 2,500 feet up in the Makawao forest at a special tree. I spent some time here getting used to it and the tree getting used to me. So anyway, yeah, this is where I get my juice.
There you go. So
that's the tree in the background.
Oh yeah. So welcome to the show, John, Jungle John, brother. The floor is yours. We can start wherever you want. This is not a normal Q&A type of interview. It's a conversation between two brothers, and we just have some soul family sharing in the energy and creating this field where we're get to know each other.
Okay, well, to break the ice, this is my first public appearance in about 45 years. I was interviewed at the Chinese Week TV in Iowa 45 years ago. So, yeah, I like to get out there about every 45, 50 years. And yeah, it's good to be here. Yeah, I've been wanting to courageously speak from my heart for many years, and I feel like it's time now.
Well, we're very honored that you chose the Soulogy platform to do it. And please start wherever you want to start.
Well, I had a nice talk with her wife. Post, and it really moved me emotionally. It was about the spirits hovering 2 feet above bodies and taking right there. And I had to take about 6 breaks while I was reading it. It was so much to take in. And Mom said to remind you that, I had an experience in 1980.
All right, everybody, just hold tight. We're going to work this out. We've had enough of these shows to know that everything is relevant and codes coming through, just not always in typical ways. Let me get him to unmute his microphone again. Hang on. Hang on a second, John. Hang on. Your mic went out, so you'll have to click when the message comes through to restart it.
Unmute.
There you go. You're good. We can hear you now.
Yeah. So by the end of Morgan's post yesterday, I was so emotional and tears were coming up, and I had to get a session with her, and I was just about ready. Well, I was actually dialing for a massage close to 4 o'clock, and just as I went to dial, Morgan contacted me and said, "Oh, I have time for you." And it ended up, it wasn't a session I thought it was going to be, but it was Spirit just setting me up to have a practice run because, I haven't, I was kind of nervous about being with you today, and she kind of broke the ice for me. She said, I should have looked you up in Sedona, and asked you to go have a beer or something. I said, that would have been cool. I haven't traveled in about 20 years. And I thought after having some pretty serious back surgery, they put some titanium rods and a couple big screws in these two vertebrae in February. And then 2.5 months later, I went to Arizona and camped out for 33 days out in the desert. And, I had, a van was my, I rented a van, and that was, it was beautiful. Good experiences there. Just throughout my plans, once I got there, I'd been planning what I was going to be doing, where I was going, and all this stuff for about 2 months. But, I just let Spirit guide me to where I was supposed to be, and it was always magnificent. And, I guess one of the many experiences, but the text thing, I found out that's a real thing. Went through about 6 of them, and one of them I was just enjoying the scenery, and I got zapped. I call it zapped. All this energy came out body through my heart and through my eyes. And just before that, the air in front of me became energy, and it was real fuzzy. And it all lasted about 5 seconds, and frequency up quite a bit. And it was that was one of my highlights.
Let me just interrupt you just for a second. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
I'm just going to let everybody know, if you're watching, you might want to click on the subtitles or whatever they call that, where the words come up, because I've got it up on the Facebook screen, and you can hear everything or you can read everything he's saying, because it is a little bit broken up. But we're going to get through this. So John, go ahead and continue. And let me just kind of summarize what he said in case everybody didn't understand. Morgan put up a post yesterday, I believe, in regard to some of our sacred sexuality experiences where the light body appeared above us, and then things happen. John was telling Morgan, she told me yesterday, and he was just explaining that here, if you just got here, that it was a very powerful activation and memory for him, because he even started crying, and then him and Morgan connected a little bit later, and he relayed the story to her. But you can't make this stuff up, and this is what he was talking about, what happened to him all those years ago. Go ahead, John, continue. You're coming in very clear now.
Yeah, so what you were talking about in 85, I called it my grand opening. I'll probably get into it, about the walk-in experience in a minute. But what happened was with a sexual partner, I was so high vibration was so high, I didn't know if I was in her or if she was in me. You know, it was like kind of interesting. But yeah, nothing hovering above me or all these other things she had, but that was the highlight of my tantric experience, I guess you would call it. But yeah, it was 85. I was 42, and I was still chasing women around like a predator, you know, lots of testosterone. And this one lady invited me to cook and help out at a women's workshop on the Big Island. And I went over there chopping vegetables and things like that. And I got to take a breath. And
There's no rush.
And so I was over there, and in between the ceremonies, these girls were like healers from all over the world, and between their ceremonies, they had me on a table and tapping on my heart and this and that, and all these animal sounds were coming out and whatnot. And then about 3 days later, my heart blasted open. I had a big red circle, and that began to call it my grand opening. But the reason I also was there was somebody came up to my lunch wagon and said, "Boy, Jungle John, you really got it made." And my all the times that I could have died, like, flashed in front of me, about 6 of them. You know, I crashed in the hang glider. I got ran off the side of a mountain when I was on a motorcycle, and the hang glider got shot at a time. It's like kind of call suddenly. You know, I saw that I had subconscious suicidal tendencies, and it scared me. I said, I totally got to restructure, and I quit drinking that day, and on the Big Island, there's 30 angels, and a few days later, white light just really oh boy, thank you, I'm transformed. This is it. And, so, but let's see. So, and then overnight, like I didn't go scuba. No scuba is going to be a diving. No, I haven't dived since. I loved classical music, and I joked around like it was almost like a walk-in experience, and I was just joking. But then when I heard about Laura Ladd's walk-in experience when she was about 5, and mine was so sad because she came into a body and angry because it had so much trauma in it and things that needed healing. And what happened to me was like 2 weeks of being in this blissful state, anger coming up, and everything, and all these things I needed to heal. And I've been working on that kind of stuff for about 40 years. And 2.5 weeks later, yeah, it was like when I got back to Maui, I was so high when I walked into Casanulla's coffee shop, the vibration of everybody raising, lift, and that happened. I had 2 experiences like that because I had so much light coming out that it affected others that way. So that's, what I want to continue to do is, share my life the best way I can. I'm not sure if I'll walk in still or what, but I'm getting there no matter who I am. I have found out that I'm pretty close with the Palladians. My latest experience was about two weeks ago. Was talking to a lady in the park lot. I put my phone on my spare tire on the back of my car, on top of the tire, and then I took off after saying goodbye, and then I saw this next to some beautiful flowers, and I had to take a photo, and I was like, oh my God, where's my camera? I went back just in case it was still on top of my tire, and it wasn't there. I looked on the floor of my car and everywhere, traced my steps all the way back to where I was parked, and thought, well, maybe somebody picked the phone up and left it by the gate. I went over to the gate and it wasn't there. And I said, my Palladian brothers and sisters, please help me find my cell phone. And just then there was two ladies walking in from the road into the parking lot from up above, which I remember seeing anybody walking into the parking lot. And I was kind of looking off to the side for my cell phone, and I said, yeah, I'm just looking for my cell phone. I had it on the top of my spare tire. They looked there, and I said, well, I don't know what else to do. And then they said, would you like us to call you? And I said, well, it won't hurt. And so they called me, and my phone was going off, and we looked, and it was right at the bottom right side of the spare tire, just kind of dangling there. And we both looked and never saw it. I mean, it's a bright blue thing. And I said, well, you're definitely my angels. It was like, again for my brothers and sisters, Palladians, and we didn't see it there either. And then it was like yesterday or day before, I tried to set the phone where I had found it, and I couldn't do it without it falling. I don't know how it got just balanced in there and fall, but because I had experience before, I know I was being helped, and yeah. So let's see.
Far out. Far out. Have you been?
Yeah, it was real for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
You want to know the other?
Go ahead.
But
go ahead.
You want to know the other experience where
Yes.
they helped 3 times in the same day?
Yes.
That was pretty convincing. Once was like amazing, but 3 times, I was trying to learn how to fly this drone, and it kept getting out of control. And the first time it went over a football field and toward a parking lot, and I said, "Oh no!" And I went over the other side, looked for about 10 minutes in the parking lot and the trees, and I said, "Oh man, I really got to find this Joan, can you help me, my brothers and sisters, Pleiadians? And I, I didn't, I was looking up, and just as I finished the last word, my eyes were on this drone way up in the sky, and I said, "Oh, somebody else is flying." I said, "No, that's mine." And it was going over toward the drugstore, and so I jumped in my car because it only had a total of 20 minutes on the battery, and I went up and down the parking lot and up and down around these buildings, looking. There's a field. I looked there. I was at my last wits and pulled off to the side and I was looking out my passenger window. I said, I lost it again. Can you help me? And at that exact moment, instant, my eyes were on the flashing little white lights where it was off the side of the sidewalk and pointing toward me. And I said, wow, yeah, this is really something. I went home for about 3 hours and the breeze calmed down, so I wanted to try again. And this time I went over the other side of the ball field, over a fence, and there's a lot of high bushes. And same old story, I looked and looked through the bushes and all over the place. And I said, I can't, I don't know if you'll help me again, but, I lost it again, and boom, my eyes instantly were on it again, on the ground, right there in the bushes. 3 times my eyes were on it. And it was like, it made me think about instant manifestation, how, the Pleiadians, they're into no time, like, yeah, they can be anywhere for as long as they want, and it's like no time, anyway. Yeah, that was really totally convincing to me. Quite monumental. Connecting with my guys. Had a little bit of telepathy with one time from my bed. It was almost mundane conversation, just a sentence or two, so full of aloha and light humor. It just felt so good. So, it was kind of happening.
That's pretty cool. So, John, can you hear me?
Yeah. Walk around a little bit.
So, how do you see things, John? I mean, you obviously have had in linear time a good, amount of longevity. You've obviously been having experiences for many, many, many years. Where do you see yourself now, and where do you see yourself heading? Oh, here we go again. Every one of these transmissions is relevant and important. It's not just through the words, it's through that breaking up. There's code in there, and he obviously is connected to Pleiadian essences and such. Yeah, this is what it's all about. I'll give him a second, and we do have another show. I believe it's going to be in about an hour and 10 minutes. Let me see here. Hang on. Let me find it. Here we go. Yeah, we have a show starting with James Greenshields in 1 hour and 10 minutes. So we'll reach out to Jungle John. Here he is. Let's get him back on and see if we can try it again. Come on now. hang on, let's get the mic unmuted.
I'm here. Are you there?
Yes. Yes. I was saying, and thank you so much for sharing all this with us. I would love to talk to you extensively when we don't have the frequency jamming up. Maybe what we should do is I'll reach out to you now that we're connected on Facebook and see if we maybe you can meet us at a place where there's a solid Wi-Fi and we'll talk more. Is that okay?
That sounds okay. Yeah, I'll do it from home next time. I'm sorry. Yeah,
It's nothing to be sorry
I
about.
thought I tested it. Good.
It's no problem. I lived in Kauai and, you know, it's a crapshoot with the internet service if you're out on the land. So it's a pleasure meeting you, and I look forward to collaborating with you in the very near future, maybe in the next 2 or 3 days if you want to.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
I've got some space. What's today?
The 18th, Wednesday.
Wednesday. I'll make time, John. You're 6 hours. I think six hours or so behind me, and I stay up late. So maybe in your evening, even tonight or tomorrow night or the next night, we can connect. Just send me a message or I'll send you one, and we'll talk more extensively and hear more from you. Is that okay?
Where are you located?
I'm in Arkansas, Central Time
Oh, my
Zone.
God.
Yeah. I'm over on the Crystal Beds.
Here. Oh,
I went
never been over
I went from Hawaii all over the country to Arkansas, Florida. So there's a lot of grid work connections and such. John, I look forward to it. I'll send you a message. You send me a message. Let's do something the next 2 or 3 nights.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Sounds cool.
You take
Okay.
care and give that tree a hug for me. All right.
You bet.
Thank you, sir. Peace out. We'll be back in an hour and 10 minutes.